We're going to read it in Hebrew also. But in the last days, this is how the Most High speaks to us. Not face to face like he spoke to Moses back in the days, but the Most High is still coming again with us though. Sitting right here, how he's doing it. Deep sleep in our bed. Get some insight. I'm not talking about a dream, like Martin Luther King had a dream. I'm talking about the Most High giving us sort of insight. Holy Spirit visiting you. Read it again now. 15.
15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened up the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction.
Then you open up the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. That's why the Most High said. That's why you gotta pray to the Most High continually, man. Whatever situation you're going through, pray to the Most High, unceasingly. Understand? And the Most High will respond. Then you just wake up one day, maybe days later, and then all of a sudden you just have the right insight, the right wisdom as to how to tackle a certain situation that's been bothering you for some time. And you've been pondering. That's the Most High seal the instruction. Seal it. When the instruction is sealed in your mind, you know what? It's like it's cemented. Can't be removed. Understand? You have an understanding as to how to go about dealing with a certain situation. Read.
That he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man.
Right, see? That he may withdraw man from his purpose and draw pride from man. Because sometimes you're so set in your ways. You lean on your own understanding, which is actually your own misunderstanding. Or you think a certain situation should be dealt with. You want to do this way or that way. But the Most High said, no, that ain't the way to go about it. So the Most High pay you a visit, man, in the night. And impart a certain wisdom in you. See that wisdom in your mind. Withdraw you from the purpose that you had previously. Withdraw you from the intention that you had in your mind. You say, that's not the way to do it. This is what I want you to do. Read.
Verse 18. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword.
Right. So this is the Most High visiting you for your own purpose. Keeping the back of your soul from pit. And his life from perishing by the sword, of destruction. Right. Let's get Hebrew 1. Hebrews 1:1.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 1. The Most High, who at sundry times and in divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Right. The Most High, who was sundry times, meaning at various times, and in diverse manners, meaning in different ways. Sundry different times, different ways, spake in time past unto our forefathers by the prophets, because that's how the Most High communicated with us back in the days. He would send the prophets to warn the people. But it's like in recent times, even from Mashiach Yahushai's time, there hasn't been a lot of prophets. Verse 2.
have in these last days spoken unto us by his Son,
Right, but after these last days spoken unto us by his Son, Mashiach Yahushua. Because the Most High don't want you to be in a confusion or in a conflict of interest. The Most High wants to establish. That's why Yahushua was glorifying his Son, Yahushua. Who wanted the Israelites to know, hey, this is who I'm talking through right now. I'm not talking through any prophets right now. I'm talking to the Mashiach Yahushua right now. Previously, he would say the prophet Ezekiel, Daniel, Obadiah, Haggai, Amos, Joel, whoever. He wanted the Israelites. But then he said Yahushua. He sees him sending the prophets who wanted the Israelites, but spoke to the Israelites through the Mashiach Yahushua. Read verse 2 again.
Verse 2, have in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
Whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the what?
Worlds.
Worlds. Yahushua, the second in command of the Most High. The Most High used the Mashiach Yahushua to look. Because Yahushua was there from the very beginning with the Most High.
Right.
I understand from the very beginning, Yahushua was there with the Most High. And Yahushua, the Most High was like the CEO. I understand that, you know? Then Yahushua was like second in command who, would, execute all the orders, tell the angels perform this and this function. This is what this is saying. Through also, by whom also he made the worlds. So the Mashiach Yahushua basically implemented the plan and instruction of the Most High, which he passed on to the angels to create. And read about Genesis 1. That's what this is referring to. We made also the worlds. The worlds you can think of it's also talking about different nations, different species and different spheres. You know what I mean? The kingdom, the animal world. It's also talking about the heavens and the earth, all those things. Yeah, Isaiah 3 verse 12. I'm gonna give you Nathaniel. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple more scriptures to share about how things are turned upside down as far as the order goes.
The book
Isaiah 3 verse 12.
Of Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
As for my people, Israel, children are their oppressors. We see that rampant in our society, man. Because men not being in the household, and the man, the mother can't be a mother and a father, especially to a son, even daughter. Like the children, man, they're the oppressors. They're the ones who are in the household. Especially with Esau now, Esau giving them certain rights. Esau giving them certain rights now, Hey, back in the days, The scripture said what? You can correct the child. I mean, you can whip a child, but that's the head. If we do that in this society, you may find yourself in trouble. Because the rights that Esau give to his children. That's why they are oppressors. As for our children, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Read.
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them. That's how Esau like. That thing's turned upside down. Even the church system. Even the church system. Because most of the women, most of the parishioners, large part of the congregation in the church system are women. Even in our colleges, colleges, most of the especially go to black colleges, and most of the universities, almost the blacks, most of them are women. I was driving in Miami today. And it's right now we're coming up to election time. Right? This is going to be about an election, the third day, a couple of days from today. Yeah. I'm seeing all these posters along the roadside. Different people running for different offices, judges, and so on and so on and so on. Majority of them I see what? It's all women. It's all women. It's like, that's the way Esau got their system set up now. They promote the assistance of women. So to turn things upside down. That's what this is talking about. As for my people, children are their oppressors. And women rule over them. Read.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
O my people, O Israel, they which lead thee cause thee to err. Who's leading us? This goes back to way back in our homeland. They which lead you, if they're not leading you according to the scriptures, if they're not leading you according to how Paul was leading the Israelites back then, because Paul was saying, follow me, as I also am of the Mashiach Yahushua. If they're not leading you according to that way, they're causing you to err. And right now, the way they lead our politicians, our leaders, so-called leaders, the ones we look up to, they're causing us to err. We see a lot of people used to look up to, like the Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons. At one time, you could say they were vigilant, and they were certain that they would stand up, for rights. But at the same time, you could see now, like they try to, looking for their own personal gain, and and they're so political. They're so political. They're so aligned to a certain political party, and they are so far from the Most High. They have to go along with the program. They have to go with the legislations that they pass, the laws of the land. And we all know the laws of this land are totally contrary to the laws of the Most High. Right. So if we follow men who follow the laws of the land, they're causing us to err. And that's what we see when so that we can't get too attached to the views and the mindsets of our so-called leaders. Understand? That's all. Like that. Yeah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22.
Okay, good.
How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
Hold on. Did y'all get it? Jeremiah 31, verse 22?
Yeah. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22.
Hold on, let me get it.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Most High hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
See that? How long would they go about, oh thou backsliding daughter? It's talking about not just literally the woman, it's talking about Israel in general, our people.
God.
Because the Most High always referred to Israel as the daughter of Zion. For the Most High has created a new thing in the earth. It's a new thing. Mean what? This is not the way it used to be back in the days, or from the very beginning. It's a new thing. It's a new phenomenon. A woman shall compass a man. Compass him. Compass it. And this is the heights. We saw that in England back in Market Church, they call it an Iron Lady. We also see that in Argentina, where they call it a beater. There are various instances of women or position of rulership for the earth. And it looks like we're going to see it in America. A woman shall compass him. It's definitely the case amongst our people, because that's the way the nations and the so-called white men in particular want. That way they have us in disarray, man. Scripture says, smite the head and the tail will fall. The whole thing will fall. Right? That's it, right? Yeah. Get Isaiah 32 and 9.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 32, and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Right, so our women, they may, don't get us wrong. I don't blame them for if they see an opportunity to educate themselves, understand, to provide for themselves. There's nothing wrong with that in itself, but they should be at the mindset that, hey, that doesn't put them over the man. Even if a lot of instances, a lot of people in general in society, especially amongst our people, value a person, a particular man, based on his income. You know what I'm saying? That woman making more money in the household, they think they got the authority over you. Understand? But it should be based on that. So the scripture is reminding them that not to be too comfortable. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Rise up meaning what? In righteousness. Not to be rebellious, but to rebel against anything, because anything they should rebel against, they should rebel against them, because the order is upside down. Hear my voice. Rise up and hear the voice of the Most High, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Read.
Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
Right. So the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. What are they talking about? The expectation that they have based on higher education, based on the status or the positions of rulership or positions of authority that Esau put them in. The expectation they have from that are not going to materialize. And so because everything is going to come crashing down anyway. So that position of the status or the authority that they have over in society, especially over their men, That's not going to materialize. That's going to come to, that's going to become to not, going to come to know the Most High put Israel back in order. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come in. Read.
Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Right. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Because a lot of things that men are going through in society. A lot of women think it can happen to them. The police brutality and all that. Of course, we know they're talking to us, but Esau really got a hatred for all of the people, men and women, not men and black women. Understand? Are you going to see instances, we've seen instances of it, hey, where women have been brutalized, been shot down just like men. Because Esau got a hatred for all people in general. So, for those of our people, even though some of our people, even men, because they have a certain position, men fall in this category too. Because they got a certain position in society that they are perceived differently. Because they think because they got an education, or they got a nice job, whatever, that they're being perceived differently from, say, everyday black people in the hood. You have to understand that we're not being hated because of our social economical status. We're being hated because of the perpetual hatred that Esau and the other nations have. Esau in particular have for us. Because from the very beginning, in the womb, in Rebecca, Isaac and Jacob, which are two manner of people, were struggling together. He tells you that in the Apocrypha, or Jacob got hold of Esau's heel. All right. Or one is going to take on the other. So it's not because, it's not because of anything negative that we've done why they have hated for us. Remember, I was listening to the radio recently, and it was saying somebody's going to be making a movie or John Legend movie about Black Wall Street. I don't know if anybody read about that. You heard about it? Heard about Black Wall Street, but I said this going to be making a movie or some kind of a documentary about Black Wall Street. You know about Black Wall Street? Tulsa, Oklahoma, back in the days, a thriving, black army investment. We were so successful because, doing business amongst ourselves, educated, entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, business people, and all that, successful. Understand? We were independent of Esau. We were in a step in the pension. We were progressive people. But what did Esau do? Attack us and destroy the whole town. That was just Tulsa, Oklahoma. They were very serious toward America where black people had the same success, so-called Black Wall Street. So don't get it twisted into thinking that, hey, because you have to sort of leverage society that you're not hated. Understand? You're not hated because you're not successful or because you think you're inferior to them. Because conscious-minded people, they know there's no such thing as us being inferior. It's just that they want to rule. You just want to rule. Understand? So if they did it back then, they do the same thing again. Anytime they see something going on where you are providing for yourselves, that's why they allowed integration to go through. That's why they allow integration in so-called civil rights movement to go through. A lot of good people look at that as a success. But that really set us back on a major level. Because to create wealth, to create wealth, you have to have the money circulating within your community, amongst the own people. Understand? I remember back in the 80s, they were trying to, try to get this buy black movement going on. You know what I mean? We'll try to buy from our own, but we can't buy from each other if we get them to sell. And they make sure we ain't got nothing to sell. We don't get the grants, we don't get the small business loans, and so on and so forth. I understand that that's what that is. That's what integration is. Look at them so-called Jews and the Chinese. They have businesses and they circulate the money. I've never gone to a so-called Jew doctor or a lawyer or any business whatsoever, and they have to refer you to somebody else. They never refer you to anybody other than themselves. They never do. You wonder, are there any other accountants besides you guys? Are there any other dermatologists besides you guys? They never refer you to anybody else because of what? They don't want the business going on. Yeah. That's what it creates wealth. Understand? But we are the people, we make more money. We earn more money than a lot of industrialized countries, like more than Germany. Black people in America, we make more money than, say, Germany, England, or France. But we don't have to show for it. Because we make it and we spend it back on other people who don't spend it with us. Understand? It's like a one-way street. You go out, we make more money than those people. If you have businesses and people are mindful, because we also have the mindset. We also have the mindset to think about the inferior complex towards our own people too. As if we think that, hey, if we deal with our own people, we're not getting the same quality of service as we do if we deal with other people. They instill it in our mind from way back. You may remember Malcolm X? I read the book, the autobiography of Malcolm X, And when Malcolm was a child, going to school, and I believe his teacher asked him what he wanted to do. And I believe he told him he wanted to be somebody, like a lawyer. I don't remember exactly what he said. I just said, no, Malcolm, you can't be that. You gotta be like a regular Jake or something like that. Because she told him straight up. Because even if you were a lawyer, your own people wouldn't even come to you. She told him that. And this was probably in the 60s. And the same thing is going on right now. They make sure they have the strategy. They have the strategy where they go behind the closed door and and come up with schemes and plots where they what do you call it, demagogues with people, and give us this a negative impression, so our own people don't trust us. So we look forward to that. Anything else everybody want to address? Anything else in your mind that you want insight on? Anything you need clarification on? So you all know we have coming up what is it, October 14th?
Yeah.
We're gonna have tabernacles. Your new brothers, right? You'll be coming for a while. First time coming?
The first time.
First time coming? How about you, bro?
I've been in a couple of times.
Been a couple of times?
Yeah.
That's right. So what are you able to truth? From brothers on the internet?
Internet.
Internet? Okay. But you saw videos and all?
Yeah.
Very good, great. I saw. Keep coming, man. It's the best thing on here. We also we have Shabbat class tomorrow. Same place here at 12:30 tomorrow. So I mean, every Friday, same time, 8 o'clock. And Saturday we have 12:30 class, and we have